I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Kelly, can you do roll call, please?
Larry Fidler.
Here.
Greg Kidd.
Here.
Brandon Tanka.
Here.
Bryce Howell.
Here.
Scott Stierwald.
Here. All right, any additions or deletions to tonight's agenda? Okay, can I get a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
All right, approval from the July 11th, 2023 regular meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
July 19th, 2023 memorandum of executive session. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the July 20, 2023 special meeting minutes. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second? Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. That will bring us to claims and transfers.
From the general, $380,999.68.
Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
From water, $78,172.04.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
From wastewater, $74,667.47.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
And payroll, $48,843.48.
Motion.
Motion.
Thank you. Second.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Then liquid transportation invoice number 72623 in the amount of $3,063.
If there are no questions, can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next is Gaston Logan invoice number 18553 for $4,990.50.
If there are no questions, can I get a motion?
What's this for, Jason? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, you guys actually approved this repair on the 30 horsepower pump for the well in 2328. I'm sorry, you approved it for 2328. The pump itself was actually 2178, so it came back less. But then they came back with a labor call and reinstalling it of 2812, and I actually wasn't even aware that was even coming. My assumption it was all part of the initial quote, was all part of that.
The initial quote, did it have labor on it or?
No, it did not.
Okay, so basically they quoted us the one with no labor.
Correct. This is the one when Richard was here.
Yeah, I remember that, I just didn't, I thought it was significantly more, but.
Yeah, I'm surprised by the labor, but it was 11 hours, and I'm sure that's probably legitimate.
Motion.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
The next two invoices are both from the state of Indiana. It's invoice number 50665 and 50666. This is the fees for the audit that was just conducted. The first one is for the water portion of the audit for $4,941, and the second one is for wastewater, the wastewater portion of the audit for $7,164.
Is there a motion to approve invoice 50665?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then is there a motion to approve invoice 50666?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Well, we have to pay the state to audit us.
Yes. And that's just the water and wastewater portion. There's a town portion that they
It's wonderful.
will bill us off.
Communication.
I'm just going to start with the police SOPs. Currently, our SOPs state that you have to live in the county within 6 months. Sometimes that's extended to a year. I'd like to change that wording on there to a radius, 20, 25 mile radius rather than a county. And the reason I say that is 2 miles south of the county line, or just 2 miles south here, there's property that a lot of our guys could be moving into, but they can't because they're out of county, which would put them closer to us than if they lived in New Maysville. So I'd like to change the wording in our SOPs to a radius of the town rather, I mean, we're as far south as you can go in the county.
Would that have an adverse effect on any officers who live in the county that would be 25 miles?
No.
And the radius would be considered, where's your center point?
Down.
Anybody have?
To the north side of the county, though, from town hall, is more than 25 miles, correct?
From here to New Maysville, as the crow flies, is 25.
I'd-
That's
I'd-
almost as far north as you can get.
I'd be, just to cover our butts, I'd be good with 25-mile radius of town hall or within Putnam County, just so that's, so I'll make a motion to do that.
Second. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
You have a question?
No, I think that's a good idea.
The tile repairs, we're still working on them, so we'll just table that again. Had a good month again last month. Ended up with close to 500 calls for service. We did lose one of the officers due to some family issues. So we're currently advertising on Indeed again for a night shift employee.
Since school is starting back, can you inform the public on who our SROs are?
Yeah, currently our SRO at Cloverdale is Larry Friend. And Alan Driver is the SRO for Cloverdale and South Butt. And that starts tomorrow.
Got anything else?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
No questions.
All right. Jason.
Bennington Way, I sent you all an email this morning of what's going on with Bennington Way. Obviously, they're progressing again. Rain has been kind of a detriment to the work schedule here as of late, but they are proceeding. The road should be, I haven't been up there this afternoon, but it should be completely removed, the old asphalt removed. They were planning to bring stone in today. Curbing by this weekend, or by sometime this week, and into next week, and then they'll come back with the surface after that, with the asphalt. So we're probably 2.5 weeks out the completion. But I did want to update you too, the sidewalks are will be part of this contract. They will be on the east side. 54 North Lafayette, I did speak with Jim Inslee, the county attorney, about the properties that we agreed to take from the county with regards to the tax sale issue. He will petition the judge at the end of this month. He sent out all the legal notifications, and we will receive one here. I think it's 27th or 28th. Do you know what I told you, Kelly? I think it was 28th. But I know it's at the end of this month, that's when he'll petition the courts for them to deed that to the county. Provided the judge agrees, it will be our property at that point. Third thing is Kubota side by side, they did get for reason Greencastle did get in the Kubota. We've been waiting since May when you guys agreed to purchase one. They did get in the one that we wanted. It's sitting there. They sent me an email that said it was $1,000 more now because of some increased costs. actually doing some calculations, talked to Bryce this morning about this, redid some calculations, and almost all of that was in the blade itself, the snow blade. So the increased cost is only $132.22, it's not a full $1,000.
Just remember, we decided we didn't want the Kubota blade, we wanted the Western Red Boss.
So what we'll do is if we go ahead with the purchase, as a matter of fact, I already told them today after I recalculated it down to $132.22, just to proceed. If you guys don't approve it, I'll pay myself. It'll be a week and a half probably before we would get it in.
The additional, on top of what we've already approved, is going to be $132.22.
Correct. So it's a total of $23,075.79.
Somebody want to make a motion for that additional $132.22?
Motion, make the motion.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
When we get this, we'll start looking at Western or a Boss or
Western or Boss.
So we'll. That's all I have.
Okay.
Your monthly reports are in your packet. Appropriation and revenue, we are working on the budget for next year, so we're taking a closer look at that, seeing where we need to make some adjustments. The only other thing I have are a couple outstanding invoices. These are from July of 2021. One's from July, one's from August of 2021. They were for a reserve officer who charged uniforms to the town, which under the SOPs that was supposed to be taken care of individually by the person. The council in November of 2021 asked them to pay for that, but they've gone unpaid and they're still outstanding, so I'm just bringing it back to council. It's two invoices that, total is $79.70.
So from what the officer is Courtney James, and she was instructed by former marshal to do it and charge to the town. It was her instruction. It's my opinion the town goes ahead and pays it because that was her instruction.
Make a motion to go ahead and pay the $79 and clear the account.
There is a reserve fund for that too, that can be used.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Moves us to park board and vacancy.
I'll make a motion to nominate Kenny Mitchell.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye.
He's in attendance, right?
He is in attendance.
Welcome.
How you guys doing?
This moves us to ordinance 2023-7, amending salary ordinance. This is the first reading of this ordinance. We need a vote on that, right? Or just public for the first reading?
Yes, this is what this is amending the salary ordinance basically to reorganize the police department. It's also removing the interim town marshal. You'll see that slashed out. All the changes are in red, minus the things that are slashed out. And this would be retroactive to yesterday, to August 7th. So if that's what the council chooses, they can go ahead and make a motion and to accept. I would recommend, since you want this to, if you want this to start on August 7th, that you would waive the second reading tonight as well, if it's unanimous. That way that can be taken care of and we can get that into the payroll.
The pay is based on how much an hour? Or the pay is based on how many hours a week?
It's all hourly. But the police department works 80 hours typically per week, or 40 hours per week is a typical work week.
Sorry, repeat your question.
Basically, I want to know where this comes out to. Deputy Marshal what his yearly or police sergeant.
So,
Sergeant.
do you want me to answer it? You can, go ahead.
You can, I will say that our salary ordinance is a range, so that the top line is not necessarily what that position is getting paid, they can be paid anywhere from minimum wage up to that range.
Okay.
Since we're amending the salary ordinance for like the third time this year, I'm trying to make minimal changes, so I left the range in there, even though they may or may not be paid, they just can't be paid over that. So that's, top line is not necessarily what that position is being paid at the time.
Keep in mind, this has nothing to do with budget talks for 2024.
Gotcha. Okay. This is just for the rest of the year. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
Okay, so we're going to handle this in two parts. Is there a motion to approve this first reading? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Would there be a motion to waive the second reading for ordinance 2023-7?
Motion.
Second? Thank you. All in favor?
So there's 2 copies in here, and then there's also 2 copies of the waiver of second reading, if you would please sign all 4 pages.
Okay. This moves us to ordinance 2023-6. Depot Fund, this is a second reading. Motion to approve that.
Motion.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Jason, do you have anything else? Marshall Hall?
No, I just want to let you know, October 28th is when we are pending the Chili Fest for the police department fundraiser. Reach out to us if you have any ideas, comments. CRC's generous enough, and they're going to donate the chili again this year. So if there's anything that you want to be involved with, let us know.
Was it 28th?
October 28th. Halloween will be on Tuesday the 31st.
Say that a little louder, please.
October 28th is the chili fundraiser.
Yeah.
October 31st will be the Halloween, which is a Tuesday.
Halloween is on Halloween, right?
It's on Halloween, Tuesdays.
Okay. Kelly, do you have anything? Okay. Any questions from the audience? Yes, sir.
I'm inquiring about the tree that came down on Stardust Way in the storm that we had late last month. And my men opened up the road, got it off the road, so the road's passable, mostly passable, but it's still overhanging the guardrail. Guardrail is damaged, and the tree is not dying, but it needs to be removed.
Jason?
You know where it's at, right?
Yeah. I just. I spoke with somebody about this.
All right, my other question, Don, is that on private property, or is that on a right of way?
Well, the tree is on the right of way and the end.
Yeah, I know where that is, the tree is, I just didn't know where.
Well, it's an act of God.
Yeah,
And, you know, God grew the tree, God blew the tree down.
fair enough.
So he's the one to blame for all of the problem that we've got. The majority of the top of the tree was across the road and stopped all incoming and outgoing traffic out of the subdivision on Stardust Way. And so my men cut the tree at the guardrail and got the big limbs and so forth off the road so the road is passable. And it is passable now. But the balance of the tree and the guardrail is damaged, and that needs to be addressed, and whether or not the guardrail, that needs to be replaced, as well as the end of it there that is on the curvature at Lazy River Road and Stardust Way, that's been damaged a number of years ago during an ice storm. That definitely is on town property at this point.
Did I speak with one of you guys about that?
But not with me, but
So it seems like I talked.
it has been brought up in the meetings pretty.
At the at HOA.
Here we talked about that guardrail.
Oh, yeah, no, the guardrail, about the tree, though.
No, not about that.
I spoke to somebody about this. I don't remember what I can take a look at it. We had this situation elsewhere. Typically, what we do is we'll take it to the right of way, and anything that's not in the right of way would be that property owner's responsibility. I mean, we had that one street over, the big tree that uprooted. We went in and cleared the road, and we were out there that day, as a matter of fact. I didn't know your guys did anything, because our guys were out there cleaning it as well.
Would the guardrail be on the right of way?
Yes.
Yeah, because it is significantly damaged.
Yeah, but we'll just take
Take it to them.
to there, correct, and then whoever the property owner is, and
Right away in Stardust Hills is 50-foot right away. And basically from the center of the road, so it'll be 25 feet each direction. And if the town gets it off the rail and gets it back to that 25-foot mark, I'm sure we can dispose of the rest of it.
Let's let Jason look into it, and he'll follow up with you directly. If you're okay with that?
it may have been David Fish that I talked to. I talked to somebody about it, I didn't. So
I believe you.
we'll
I
take a
believe
look
you.
at it.
He'll follow up with you directly, okay?
Very good.
Anybody else? Yes, sir.
We had a situation in our community down at Mid-Southeast Division. A big flatbed semi come in there, and it's longer from here to that wall, I'll tell you that. And he's trying to figure how to get out of there. And he's way back in close to my house. So anyway, it's been a semi, I wasn't at home, thank goodness. But he run through my yard trying to get through out there. And I just wondered if it'd be possible to put no semis back in there, in that subdivision. Because it's, you know, it's hard for the school bus to even come around, much less a big flatbed semi, you know. And he finally backed up in Mom's driveway and stepped back there and got wiggled around. I mean, he was there for a good 30 minutes or more and trying to get out of there, you know, wiggle around and so he could get headed out. And he finally did. I figured he'd take down some mailboxes or something, but he didn't. He's been a pretty good driver. I don't know who it was or nothing about it, what company or nothing.
You don't know what he was doing back in that addition?
Pardon?
What was he doing back there?
I don't have no idea. I really don't. He had a big thing on the back end of that big long semi, you know, like he's lifting something up, and I don't know what he unloaded or what, because I didn't see him until he was already getting ready to leave.
So the problem I personally see with this is if we say no flatbeds, no semis, you take yourself who needs to get your roof redone, right? And they gotta bring a flatbed back there full of shingles, for example.
Yeah, that's what went through my yard, I'm sure the neighbor had.
That's a little different than having a full, I'm assuming it wasn't a full semi, right? Like an 18-wheeler?
Yes.
That's what it
What
was?
I'm talking about. Yeah. Yes.
So my opinion would be, just because I know, being at the arena, the amount of turbine traffic and everything we've seen in our parking lot with the road being shut down, 231 and all that.
Yeah.
My opinion would be something to do with that.
I mean,
I guess my personal opinion is that Stardust HOA wants to adopt a no semi policy, then
This isn't Stardust.
we're at.
This is Smith subdivision.
Over here? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna bet it has something to do with construction.
We do have weight limit.
Are they're posted
On
on
the-
each?
On the bridge, I know we do.
We do in the entire, and actually, weight limit on the bridge is actually county, that's actually a county bridge.
Okay.
But we do have a weight restriction in it's in our code, I can't remember what it is, but there is a weight restriction.
Is it posted anywhere?
No, I mean, if you're gonna do that,
Is it
the
required to
situation
be
he has,
posted?
we will have that all over town.
Right, I agree.
It's just- You're gonna have to put up 100 of these signs.
How often has that happened, sir?
How often has that happened? Town attorney's asking you.
Twice. It's happened. The guy run through my yard and I didn't know it till after I got home and seen it, and that's what he done, delivered the shingles, for that house there across the Dale, there in the middle.
Right. I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, they big ruts in my yard, but I didn't catch them.
I'll get with Jason on this, and I personally will get back to you, okay?
Oh, that's fine.
I'll get back to
I mean,
you.
I didn't know, I just tell you what happened.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And thank goodness, you must have been a good semi driver, is all I can say, because, that dude was long. And,
Richard,
Yeah.
you don't know on top of your head, is that required to be posted on each end of town, or? Because I know, I've seen towns where it's
Yeah.
posted, but I didn't know if it was required by us to post it somewhere or not.
Well, you could, you could always put a no truck sign and.
I think we're opening a can of worms, fellas, that we don't need to go down this.
231 that goes through town.
Well, that's what I mean, yeah.
You take, and I'm not gonna name him by name, but there's a farmer right off of Lafayette Street that goes in and out on a daily basis during harvest season.
They're exempt.
I just,
You take a business that requires semis to get deliveries right off of Lafayette and almost Market.
And you can-
They're not exempt.
You can put all the signs that
Are
you
they?
want. When the road's closed and they miss a turn,
I mean,
they're gonna go least resistance.
I'll get with Jason and I'll get with you.
that's all.
Anybody else have any other questions? Okay, not, this meeting is adjourned.